Torrential rain leads to flooded streets all over the tri-state, and tonight those floodwaters turn deadly. We've got team coverage tonight.
Chief Meteorologist Lee Goldberg with where the storm is right now. But we begin with these deadly floodwaters. One man died in a basement apartment in Washington Heights. Another in East Flatbush, Brooklyn. And that's where Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlo is tonight with the breaking details. Anthony, what do we know?
Well, Mike, Sade, it's hard to imagine, and a horrific final seconds of life for this man who was trapped inside of his own basement apartment as water gushed in. The city for some time now has been trying to get a handle on worsening flash flooding. But this, above all, highlights how out of control it's become. If it weren't for the apartment buildings, you'd think this was Louisiana swampland. But no, this was Bed-Stuy today, the rain unrelenting. In East Flatbush, the floodwaters crept from the street into a man's basement, rising as if it was a sinking ship.
I was here when they dragged his body out of the water.
That would be the last time Akiva saw his friend. FDNY divers went in, trying to prevent the 39-year-old man from drowning in his own home on Kingston Avenue. He was inside, trying to save his dogs, but no one could save him.
He was just a very pure, simple person. Didn't really need much at all, you know.
They said he was inside trying to save his dogs. Now, I know we love our pets and everything, but I mean, I guess some people would say that it's worth risking your life to save them, but I don't have a pet, so I can't. It's absolutely tragic, absolutely tragic. He was trying to save his pet, but he ended up losing his life. Let's keep going into this.
And he was a giver. He wasn't a taker.
They pumped the water out of homes in the area, owned by people drowning in worry with every raindrop.
Every single time when it rains, my heart and pressure goes up because I know what to expect.
In Washington Heights, another young man, 43 years old, found dead in a flooded boiler room. The effects of rainstorms have become progressively catastrophic for New York City residents who feel like they're being flooded out of the city and now losing their neighbors.
Why are the roads paved so unevenly that all the water becomes like the Noah's Ark here? Because people don't think. They don't think that, hey, maybe we should make things level.
You know, if I work every day, and I pay my taxes and I'm crying out for help, somebody come out and help with the situation. I'm tired of crying out and nobody's hearing me.
She's 100% correct. Yeah, if you're a taxpayer, you expect that you pay your taxes, you're a good citizen. You think if you ask for help from the city that they would listen to you, and especially if multiple people are asking. But sometimes people don't like to listen. Let's get into it.
But somebody's hearing something today.
And that is a very loud statement. 2 people dead in one storm, essentially drowning in their own basements. The people who live here in East Flatbush tell us they put this storm among the worst they've seen in recent memory when it comes to the strong rain and the gusts of wind, and they are begging that someone does something about the slanting of the streets here to try to prevent floodwaters from seeping into homes. We're live in East Flatbush tonight. Anthony Carlo, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Anthony, thank you. The storm brought so much rain so quickly, and we've seen this many times before. Water pouring down subway stairs and onto platforms. This was also in Brooklyn.
Well, in New Jersey, roads were inundated with water, cars struggling in Jersey City, and in Bayonne, a young girl rescued from vehicle that was stuck in deep water.
In Queens, fallen trees also a big problem. Several coming down in the strong winds and torrential rains. One even crashing onto a brand new car.
Oh,
sadly, yesterday's storm is being blamed for 2 deaths.
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now we're going to get over into this next video that just started. It's a season, this time of year, rain can be deadly. Too much rain, too much flooding, especially when the city's not designed to handle that much. It can cause catastrophic damage. It can cause death. It's something that needs to be looked into, especially. It needs to be looked into. But let's get over into this next video and see what it's talking about. I believe this one's the 2 victims who have died in that basement in New York have been identified. So let's get into it.
one in Brooklyn, the other in Washington Heights, both trapped in basements by the floodwaters. It's an issue we've dealt with for years in New York City. Here's Eyewitness News reporter Jaysha Patel.
David and Sandra, we're on Kingston Avenue and Rutland Road here in East Flatbush, and we talked to residents in the area who described the weather conditions yesterday. One man said his daughter's car was swept away in floodwaters. It was carried all the way here behind me on the sidewalk, and many residents described the streets yesterday as a lake. Thursday's storm flooded subway stations, water pouring downstairs and onto subway platforms. Streets in East Flatbush looked like rivers, people wading through the water. One man says his daughter's car was swept away.
It's like a big lake here. Yeah, a big lake. That's my daughter's car. It's covered. It has insurance on it. I'm going to tow it this morning to get fixed.
Fortunately, she was not inside. 2 people were found dead in flooded basements yesterday. Neighbors say 39-year-old Aaron Akaberi went back into his basement apartment in East Flatbush to get one of his dogs and never came out. The FDNY scuba team had to go in to carry his body out. The owner of the building watched it all unfold.
Then take the body, get the body out. You go downstairs and I came back. And he went down back and he never came out. That's all I see.
Now, let me say something. I said this before when we watched the first one. Going back in to get your dog, yes, I can understand where you want to, they're like your kid, you want to go in and save them. But at the end of the day, they're not your kid. Maybe, I guess they are to you. I don't have a pet, so I wouldn't go back in to save a dog. But maybe I feel differently if I was a pet owner. But absolutely crazy. It's a tragic situation no matter what. We got to pray for everybody. We got to pray for New York, Queens, New Jersey. Everybody's flooding. And then we also make sure we pray for the people with the hurricanes from Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti. It's a time where we need to come together as a people. But let's keep going into this.
Police also say a 43-year-old man, Juan Carlos Montoya, died in Washington Heights during the storm. He appeared to have been attempting to use a pump to get water out of the basement when he was electrocuted. Neighbors are frustrated that their homes are flooding and neighbors dying.
Every single time when it rains, my heart and pressure goes up. Because
So he didn't even drown. He did not even drown. He was electrocuted, trying to pump the water out of the basement to at least save something. Absolutely tragic. That's crazy. I wasn't expecting him to say he was electrocuted. Absolutely wild. Let's keep going.
I know what to expect.
And many remember when 11 people died in flooded basements during Hurricane Ida. Some residents say yesterday's storm was one of the worst they've experienced. In East Flatbush, Jaysha Patel, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Absolutely crazy, y'all. Absolutely crazy. Like I said before, it's a crazy time of year. You have to be careful. We have to be careful. We have to look after our neighbors. We have to look after the people around us. Be careful. Don't go into flooded basements. Don't try to, if it's flooding, get out. I know you want to save your valuables. I know you want to save your mementos, but it's not worth risking your life for. It's truly not. It's a tragic situation. We got to pray. We just got to pray. Hurricane season is getting to the end, but you never know. You never know. Just be careful out there, y'all. Be careful. Absolutely crazy. Let me know your thoughts on that situation. And also, like always, let me know if you disagree with anything I said. Let's have a discussion about it. How is your community doing with flooding? Do you have to experience this type of stuff where you live? I can't imagine. I didn't know New York got that bad. Absolutely crazy. Let me know your thoughts, y'all. Let me know your thoughts. All right, everybody. Remember, this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember to like and subscribe.